Andrew. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone on board. This is UnityNet Africa and Diaspora weekly meeting. The meetings happen every Monday from 7 p.m. East African time, and maybe everyone else can convert to their time. And we usually have our training of trainers sessions where we have presentations on various aspects and various themes that concerns Africa. Yeah, so it's a pleasure to have each and every one of us here. Every audience is appreciated. Time given is invaluable. Thank you for so much for taking time to come to the meeting and to answer the call. To begin us off, maybe I should start by introducing myself before I allow everyone else to introduce themselves. My name is Jane Joroge. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. I serve as the Continental Secretary General of UnityNet Africa and Diaspora. I'm also the acting chapter president of UnityNet Africa and Diaspora Kenyan chapter. And it's always a pleasure to serve Africa and to make Africa great again in any way possible. So with us here is a number of our leaders from various countries. Right now we are in about 12 countries that are very active in UnityNet Africa and Diaspora. We also have a diaspora team that work with us to just ensure that Africa is made great, and that we follow maybe the 17 SDGs that were recommended by the United Nations, and various other initiatives and mitigation measures that we can pick to work around matters affecting Africans, especially in matters of agriculture and agroforestry. Yeah, so without me taking so much time, I would ask each and every one of us to introduce ourselves. And we are going to start from the UNAD team. I will go as per my register from my end. We have Mr. Mohammed Sanko. Kindly introduce yourself to us, sir. Tell us where you're coming from and what you do.
And just a housekeeping note, we are streaming. So if your video allows just briefly for you to share it so that our audience will see it, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for those speaking. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. I'm going to put my video on once I'm at a point whereby I will do so. Most of the time at this time, I'm usually on transit or in a class. So I take some time to just attend the meetings. But when time allows me, I will. So we go to you, Mr. Mohammed Sanko. Kindly tell us where you're coming from, what you do, and mostly who you are in the UnityNet Africa and Diaspora. Welcome, Mr. Mohammed.
Good evening from Guinea-Conakry. Good afternoon and good morning to all others, wherever you find yourself. I am Mohammed Mustafa Sanko from Guinea-Conakry, UnityNet Africa and Diaspora Guinea Chapter President. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed. Now we move to the next participant, that is Mr. Patrick Nkoma. Kindly come through and introduce yourself to us, sir. Mr. Patrick, if you're there, kindly come through and introduce yourself to us.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
My name is Patrick Nkoma, and I'm coming from Malawi. I happen to be I'm actually the project director for UnityNet Africa and Diaspora, and also chapter president for Malawi chapter in UNAD. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick.
You're welcome.
For that brief introduction. Now we can go to Mr. Barry. May you kindly come through? Please come through.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Mohamed Barry, member of Unity Africa and Diaspora Guinness chapter member, ordinary member. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
We also, yes, had you finished your introduction, sir?
Yeah. I just want to take permission because I might be experiencing a network problem in a minute because as I'm speaking to you now, I'm in the village, so I might be experiencing network problems. As soon as you do not show me on the meeting, maybe it's that. Okay.
Okay, that's allowed. Thank you for the excuse and for the apology. It's well taken. We go to Madam Ruth Chemutai. Ruth Chelule, kindly come through and introduce yourself.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I'm Ruth Chemtai Chelule from Kenya. I'm a retired officer in the I'm a member of UNET, and I enjoy learning more.
We are losing you, Madam Ruth. Okay, we can hardly get you, Madam Ruth Chelule. Maybe you can come on later.
Oh,
right now, yes, we can hear you. Go right ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Madam
hello?
Ruth. Yes,
my network.
Madam Ruth, we can hear you.
Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'm Ruth Chemtai Chelule from Kenya. I'm a retired civil and I'm a member of UNET. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Ruth, and sorry for the interruption with your network. I pray it shall be well, even as you follow us through. We now go to Shin Mukocheya, I believe from Zimbabwe. Ruth, Shin, kindly introduce yourself to us. Yes, Shin, we cannot hear you. You are muted. Okay, Shin has left the meeting. I think it's because of network issues. We have connectivity issues in Africa, so that's why she's left the meeting. We have Mr. Ambrose Okite. Mr. Ambrose, kindly introduce yourself to us, where you come from, what you do, and what is your position in UNAD?
Thank you very much. Good evening, good morning, depending on where we are. My name is Okite Ambrose. I am in Uganda, and in Ugandan chapter, I work as the project director. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose, for the brief introduction. We have our speaker tonight, our presenter tonight, that is Mr. Ibrahim Sulemana. Kindly just tell us who you are, what you do, and your position in UnityNet before your presentation comes through. Mr. Ibrahim Sulemana, if you can hear me, kindly introduce yourself briefly in 1 minute before your presentation.
Hello.
Hello to you. Yes, Mr. Ibrahim, hello to you.
Yes,
hello,
the network was not all that good. So, yeah, I said the network was not all that good. So,
okay.
Yeah. Currently, I'm on the field. Currently, I'm on the field doing a project. My name is Ibrahim Sulemana. I am a tropical agriculturalist operating Kosa Ghana as my own NGO, which I have currently 12 acres of land at Ahafo region, which Kosa Ghana is to implement over there. I've also a leader and a head of Youth Development Foundation Ghana, organized with 40 members that we are working on our ideas. So currently I've all present twice with UnityNet, but today I'm to present on the field work that I'm doing for one woman that I train at one training center in my country here, Ghana. So currently I'm doing a project for her, which is mushroom farming, snail farming, organic vegetables, fish farming, permaculture projects, and other implemented activities that I know. And this is the project that I'm to build it as a training center, which we can train people and then organize youth for their hands job as great entrepreneurs to also help people as well. So today I'll present on the project that I'm doing currently, and I started the project almost 4 months ago. So currently where I reach with a lot, with all the projects, I will present on it with, let me say, 5 minutes to complete my 30 minutes. So if the introduction is done and it gets to my turn, you should let me know so that I'll start the presentation. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was audible. Sorry, I had muted myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim. Yeah, I was trying to cut you short briefly to tell you that I will give you ample time to introduce yourself widely so that we can know everything that you're doing during your time for presentation. And apparently today we only have you as our presenter. The other presenter has asked me to slot her in next Monday because she has an ailing relative that she has to take to the hospital. So today you are the only presenter, so we are going to have ample time to know so much about you.
Okay. Then I would like you finish. Then I would like you finish all your activities. Then I start the presentation.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, we also have Madam Lisa Anis with us here, and I'm going to give her the chance to introduce herself and what she does. Madam Lisa, it's always a pleasure to have you on board. You can kindly come through.
Thank you very much, Madam Jane. My name is Lisa Anis Sutphin. I am here on the Pacific coast of the United States. So it's still fairly early in the morning here. I'm a teacher of many years. I'm also a member of the International Dance Council, Le Conseil International de la Danse of UNESCO. The work that I've been doing on this project is I've been interviewing CBO and NGO on the ground in a number of different nations so that we may begin to build the nonprofit business structure that will run this program countrywide. Hopefully we get that far. I've received a number of wonderful people who are incredibly dedicated to their work. And I believe that the UNAD board will be very much surprised to find out how easily they feel they can slip into the model that we are presenting. I can be contacted through WhatsApp, and almost everybody on this page has my contact information that they are ready to share. Here in, let's see, in about 20 minutes, I will have to leave to start teaching my classes. So I thought that I would let you know ahead of time. Thank you very much, Madam Jane, for bringing me on.
Thank you again, Madam Lisa, for that introduction. Yeah, and good news to hear about the development that is happening, especially with the UnityNet Africa and Diaspora team at White, having complied to your classes and the lessons that you offer to us. We have one here, I think he's a guest or she's a guest, Gaspari Nionzima. Gaspari, if you can hear me, yourself.
Yes,
and then move to the presentation.
Yes, I can hear you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Nionzima Gaspar. I'm called Nionzima Gaspar, and I'm a medical student at the King Caesar University, Bunga, Kampala, Uganda. And I'm as well as the founder of Gaspari Foundation Initiative Uganda. I'm glad to be with you at this juncture. I was late joining you, but it's because of schoolwork, coursework, and others. Otherwise, I feel great to listen to you from you and to enjoy, to have engagements together. I want to thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gaspari. Good to have you on board. And thank you. Welcome others also to these to the meetings. Your fellow students, they are so much welcome to join us every other Monday. Yeah, it's a recurring meeting.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we hope to see quite a number of you coming on board. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we go to our presentation today by Mr. Ibrahim Sulemana. Mr. Ibrahim, if you're ready, kindly come through with your presentation.
Hello. Hello.
Hello to you. Hello to
Yeah,
you. We can hear you.
Yeah, do you want me to start?
Yes. It's time you start your presentation, please.
Yeah, I know actually I've also presented my names, who I am, what I do, and whatever. So as I said, currently I'm at Kantanka Organic Permaculture Farming Center which is implemented by the one great woman that I train at Chaffas Training Center. So I'm implementing also this project is to implement and also create more to build the youth in the community as well, because it's the capacity or the vision behind the project is very big. So we have started from the grounds to start. So currently, all the project is mushroom farming, fish farming, snail farming, organic vegetables production, organic permaculture designs, and other small activities in touch with the training. So when we build all the projects, I think the training, that's where you start the training too as well. So for today's presentations, I'll walk rounds with all the projects that I have started for just 4 months ago with you, so that if there's any questions, then suggestions, then we also proceed more. So as you see, here is my sterilization stage. So I'm tackling on the mushroom sector. Here is my sterilization stage that I sterilize the bags from here. So as you can see, this is my sterilization process, my sterilization items, how I do the sterilization. I'll pack this is the barrel. So I'll bring in the bags. So I will go there, which is the composting site. So I'll bring in the bags, pack them here. Then I set in the fire, sterilize them for 3 hours, so that I'll bring it down for it to cool for the next day. Then I put up the spawn and keep it in the incubation room for 1 month, 2 weeks for it to turn, so that I send it to the cropping room for harvesting. So here is my sterilization place. Here is where I cook the bags. I cook the bags here, then I send it to the incubation site for spawning. So let me take you to the composting site where everything is starting. Okay. And I also know one day the Diaspora team will also visit us here, so that they will experience more. Then we will also have more in here. So here is my composting site. As you can see, this is sawdust with the mixture. So when you come in with the sawdust, you have to bring in your sawdust. We have materials because it's in organic. So as you see the bags, it's organic production. So organic production, I add manure, which is organic manure. I add moringa leaves. I add lucina leaves. So my mushroom is very organic, very healthy, and it's also high yield in the market. So here is where I do my composting. As you can see, the composting, there's one compost here, another compost here, another compost here, another compost here. I've also already bagged 2 compost. I've already finished bagging 2. So this is how the bags this sterilization place where I started first. So the sterilization place, you send it to the sterilization place, then you sterilize it before you send it to your you bring it to your incubation room for spawning. Okay. So let me go to the incubation room. So after sterilization, where I started first, after sterilization, this is how the seed is. This is how the seed is. The seed that you use for spawning, you use to plant as the mushroom to come. This is how the seed is. So you use, when you sterilize it, you come and put it for the next day so that it will cool down. When it cool down, then you plant the seed inside there and you send it to the incubation room for 1 month, 2 weeks for it to turn white. That is, the mycelium will develop before you send it to your cropping room for harvesting. Okay. Yeah. Key. So here is my incubation room. And then in the incubation room, you have to make sure that the room is dark and is somehow hot that can incubate your bags, right? So as you can see here, there are black rubber that are used to fence all the structure. I use black rubber to fence all the structure. So this black rubber package. So you have to put in the black rubber so that the bags can incubate for you. So this is how the bags is. So after spawning or after sterilization, you bring it into this room so that it will cool for the next day. When it cool for the next day, open here for me. When it cool for the next day, then you spawn. You put the seeds. You put the seeds in here. After putting in the seeds, then you get your cotton. Then you put the cotton in like this. So after putting in the cotton, then you keep it in your incubation room. So the bags will stay here for 1 month, 2 weeks before you send it to your cropping room. So now we are going to the cropping room. So now I'm in my cropping room, and this is how my cropping room is. And in the cropping room, you need cool temperature for your bags to shoot. You need cool temperature in your cropping room. So as you can see in my cropping room, I use white rubber, so that I can get the cool moisture content in the room. Because in the black rubber, it generates heat in the room. But with the black rubber, white rubber, it will not generate that heat in the room. So as you can see, I cut the bags 3 days ago, and it has now started shooting. So this is how the mushroom is. So it has now started shooting, and this is how the mushroom is. So this is the mushroom process. It's a long process, and I would say it's a 4 months process. It's a 4 months process. So processing with the 4 months, this is the end result. So this is harvesting, and I'll be doing the harvesting in the morning. You see, we always do the harvesting in the morning. Then we send it to the market. We have the packaging sites that we use to package. We package some in a kilo, and we package some in a small quantity that everybody can buy. Okay, so this is the end of the mushroom project that I'm doing. So I'll take you to the snail site, the snails project too. I develop everything, and we, the tropical agriculturalists, no one do our things for us, right? We just do our own thing. We do survey, we do planning, we do everything. We do marketing, we do innovation, we do all the projects on our own. So I draw the plan for the snails. So as you can see here is where I have reached for the snail paddocks, and I have 19 paddocks inside here, which one paddock will stock 500 snails. Some will stock 500, and some will stock 700.
Mr. Ibrahim.
Okay.
I want to cut you short. Yeah, I want to cut you short in case anyone has a question in regards to mushroom farming. They can ask the question, you respond, and then the snail farming. If you don't.
Okay. What about because it's a field?
I think that would be better.
What about let me bring in let me bring in this suggestion. What about because it's a field, I want to take in the field rounds, and because it will easily get dark here, I want to finish all the presentation, then they dot their points down. After the presentation, then we take in questions and answers.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
This is where I've reached in my snail process. So the carpenter have not yet worked in with this paddock, and then all this ones too. So all the lines, all the rooms paddock, I did it myself, draw the plans, draw the design, then the mason come and work on the blocks, then the carpenter will come in and do the carpenter work. After that, I'll get in my soil, black soil, nice rich black soil, then I'll sterilize it. After that, I'll bring it, I'll come and put the soil in here. I'll come and put the soil in here. I'll come and put the soil inside here. Then I bring in my snail for stocking. So this line is constructing up to the end. After constructing here, I'll start bringing the stock so that I'll complete this one too. Then it's a process because I just started 4 months ago, and it's the project is more. It's not only one project. It's almost five and more projects. So and I want to do all together. I want to do all the projects together. So I'm doing it, let me say, a bit by bit. I'm doing here, doing here. But at the same time, as a one person, and because we the tropical agriculturalists, we don't sleep. And for me, I have only 10%, 10% in the office. All my 90%, I work on the field. So when I come to office, I'll come and dot out my project outline activities, then whatever I want to write them down, then I will do that. So after that, I'll go to the field and do my field work. Then be doing field surveys, going rounds and other stuff. And also here too is my vegetable side. I've moved from the snail side and come to my vegetable side. Because it's purely organic. This is the nursery. So we are on the nursery and we are doing transplanting too. So after the nursery site, I'll move on to the field so that you see how we are also doing the transplanting. As you can see, there are men on board working on the transplanting and then the process. Then because it's organic, I just use poultry manure on the bed. I work on the bed and use poultry manure, use poultry manure to split on the bed before I now do the nursery. So as you see the nursery, it's like they have injected or they have done something to the nursery. Very nice. It's very nice. And then like 3 days ago, you know, in here they are using inorganic chemicals for their crops and their productions. So when one man visited me here, he said, what chemical did I use? And my nursery looks nice like that. I said, oh, no. For me, I'm too organic. I don't even take medicine. So how should I put chemical on my crops? So as you can see, here is the cabbage nursery site. Here is the cabbage nursery site. I have lettuce. All here too is lettuce nursery site. So we are on the transplanting stage. We will be transplanting them on the field right now. So men are on board that, and we are also timing the rain. We also have a source of rain here that I'm using for the watering and all. So all here is my lettuce nursery. I also have celery here, then parsley also here. Then I have my sweet pepper also here too. So all this are sweet pepper. And then so they are always almost 3.5 weeks old that we are transplanting it. 3.5 weeks old from the nursery stage. So we are now transferring it to the field so that you also get field there. So as you can see, the field, you know, I do professional projects. So as you can see, all my projects is pegged and is in lines as well. So all, as you can see, this my access road. You see the first road to the end of the farm. As you can see, here is the access road, another access road, then the field. So as you can see, if you enter the farm, you see there's a farm A, farm B, farm C, farm D, and all is where the projects are on board to. So as you can see, the lettuce. Here is a lettuce field, and the lettuce is ongoing. Best construction 2 is ongoing. That will be constructing with the project. It's not a small project, it's a big project, and the vision is also to help the youth in the community. So I also design it to be big so that we can do something and help the community, because I like helping. And because of now the system 2 is somehow tough, you have to also help someone to also get something to do or to work, to gain, and to also employ someone. So very soon I will be organizing workshops, training for the farmers, FBOs. I also create FBOs around me here. And one thing is, I don't work here alone. This is a project that came, right? I also build projects around than this one. Okay. So all this, the sacks that you see are my poultry manure that I will use them to split on the beds before I will do the transplanting. So the project is ongoing. All here will fill in transplanting soon. And then here too is the cabbage field. Here too is a cabbage side. This 2 weeks after transplanting, as the stages, there's 2 weeks after transplanting. So they are in here on board. The project is big. Currently, the field is 5-acre field that I've demarcated for all the projects. So I have field for cabbage, field for lettuce, field for sweet pepper, and then the rest. So that's all how that I'm building the projects. And even I'm planning of next week, I have to also go to Accra, and also there's one man who contacted to do a snail project for his community. He's a chief that he wants to do a snail farming for the community, and also another project. So I'll it's a traveling project, and it's a lot, and all is organic. So I'm into organic process. As you can see, all my process are in organic. I don't do inorganic. I don't go to inorganic. All productions are into organic. And then I also have my goats and sheep. I also have my goats and sheep here. And very soon I will be also bringing in poultry that I will go into rural poultry. There's rural poultry to attach to the project. I'll go through with the rural poultry too. And there is the last place I will go and end my project is the fish site, which is now on land clearing. The fish site is on land clearing. So I will take it out to the fish site, fish pond site. That see, this is goat and sheep that I implemented 4 months ago when I just started the project. I implemented these goats 4 months ago. I started them, the goat and the sheep. That's 4 months ago that I started them here. So I'm doing all the projects little by little, so that and I've also given myself, like, by the end of December, I have to accomplish the project, or by the end of the December, I have to reach somewhere on the project. Okay, so here is also clearing. I'm also clearing here for my permaculture design. This is where I'll be doing my permaculture design project. There are a lot of things I'll be working on: hanging gardens, permaculture activities, that's double digging, and other projects that I'll be working on here. So here is all my permaculture project. And currently the land is, she is having 29 acres of land. All the land, the total of the land is 29 acres that I'm working on. And almost, we are working on the almost almost 12 to 13 acres as for only fish farming. So here is my fish field. My fish field is here. That I'm working on the construction. After the construction, then the machine will come in to dig there. And then the fish farming too, we have concrete fish farming, we have ground pond fish farming, we have metal pond fish farming, then we have rubber pond fish farming. So this is the ground because we have the land. I also have access to stream here. There's a stream down there. I have a stream down there, access to stream. So I don't have a problem when it's in the dry season that I can pump water for my fish always. So this is all how the project is. This is all how the project is going. And the community that is the project is hailing on is Dominacy community. Dominacy community. So I would say this is how the project is, and this is where I've ended. I've ended for 4 months ago. I started just 4 months ago, and I'm now moving the project forward. So I know as times to come, the diaspora too will visit here and have a nice recognition, a nice smile on the projects that we're going. And the CEO too will be joining us because sometimes she don't have all that time, and she's somehow old, and then she's also acting as a queen mother. So, but she will be also speaking with Madam Lisa to complete things with her. I don't know what Madam Lisa is having for her before later on we see if she can join us in the diaspora. Okay, I'll say I'll end my presentation now here, then take questions, and then the answers. Then we'll all share the ideas and whatever we have. And if anything to, then we proceed again. Okay, thank you.
Wow, bravo, bravo, Mr. Ibrahim. That was a good presentation, very practical. We can actually see what you have done and what you're doing right now. What I would want to request from you, please, maybe next time you can find a much clearer camera that you can use for your presentation. Today, it wasn't much clear. It was somehow blurred. So we would really appreciate if
yes,
yes,
I'll work on my camera process. You know, this is a phone presentation that I'm doing. I'm using the phone, and then I'm also at the field here. So, and the weather too is not all that clear. It's not all that clear. Okay. It's like we are feeling cloud for the rain, so it's not all that clear. So next time I'll fix all those in and see how to do things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I was very interested to see what is happening around you. I was very keen, ready to learn a lot, but most of the presentation was not visible, but we really, really appreciate you for the hard work. Thank you for giving us the great presentation. And I know most of us, we have a number of questions. So right now, we have come to that time whereby you can ask your question, give your input, suggestions or contribution towards what Mr. Ibrahim is doing. Anyone, you can raise up your hand. I'll give you an opportunity to ask your question. Anyone with a question to Mr. Ibrahim? Okay, Madam Ruth Chelule, you can come through.
Thank you.
Madam Ruth, we have lost you. We can hardly hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Yeah,
yes,
I wanted
clearly. Go ahead.
Know more about Doma network.
About? You're not clear?
What does it mean to dormancy community?
Okay. Mr. Ibrahim, you've heard the question. What do you mean by dormancy? It is dormancy what?
Please, Madam Jane, can you repeat the question for me?
Dormancy community. What does it mean?
Hello, please, Madam Jane, can you repeat the question for me?
What is the meaning of dormancy community?
Hello.
Okay, what is the meaning of a dormancy community? You can hear me?
Okay, the dominancy is the town, is the community where I'm doing the project. So dominancy is the community in Ghana here. At the Winneba.
Okay, that's how. Okay.
At the Winneba in central region of Ghana. So dominancy is the community where I'm doing the project.
That's how it's referred to that. Dominancy community. Okay.
Dominancy. D-O-M-I-N-A-S-E. Dominancy.
Is that the name? Is that the name given to the community in your area?
Yes, the name given to the community. Yes. D-O.
Wow, where did it derive from?
D-O-M-I-N-A-S-E. Dominancy.
Okay. Okay, what is the genesis of the name?
Dominancy in the central region of Ghana. So if you type dominancy in the central region of Ghana, you get here. There's Onion Market, that's Burkina people, Togo also drive in here. It's a small community, but they also have a great trade system here.
Okay, that is great. We have Mr. Mohammed Sanko. Kindly come to your question. Mr. Mohammed Sanko, you raised your hand. Kindly come through with your question. Hoping that Madam Ruth, you are done with your question. Yes, Mr. Sanko.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you very much.
From Ghana.
Good evening. Your audio is very low. Kindly be loud a bit. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Sanko.
Can you hear me now clearly?
Yes, a bit more clearer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Presenter, Mr. Ibrahim Sulaimana from Ghana.
Thank you.
Mine is just a recommendation that you have done. So great. But I would like to know if you have a program for training like these topic that you have treated on the...
We are not getting you, Mr. Mohammed.
Do you have a program training like as we have UNITNET, the different chapters? Do you have a program of training for trainers for people to really understand the steps of permaculture system? Hello?
Hello.
Did you get the question, Mr. Mohammed?
Yeah, I think his network was not all that good, but what I heard is like, did I have the, let me say, the activities covering all the projects, all right?
Okay, he asked, do you have a training program for everything that you do? Is there a program you have formulated to train people on the various projects that you are engaged in?
Okay, fine. Let me also bring in this in so that he will get fully understanding. Okay. What I do is I train people. I implement projects. I do projects. So I train people is I have almost 5 training centers that always organize youth. They will always organize the youth. Some in agri sector, some in the let me say CCTV camera sector, electrical sector, and sort. So I have 5 training centers that I train in their agriculture sectors, which I train their youths on all the agriculture sectors that they will give me. Then I'll prepare handout, practical handout for them and train them. Some will go out and start implementation. Those people will also call you back again to also visit them and see how the project is moving and give them advice and knowledge where to go, where to take it. Some do that. Some too, lack of capital to start. They will be preparing till time they will get money and start. So I have all that entitled. Even here, if I finish all the projects here and make sure that all the project is complete, I will touch training activities to it so that I'll also start in here at Dominacy so that the youth will come in here to the field center. I also create where training center where I'll create and have almost 100 and above capacity that they can sit for training. I also work on that. They will come in here, I will train them, then they will go and learn and train and practice what they have come and learned. Oh, I have a lot of people doing progress after my training that I train them. Base, if they have money, some too will start small. Even it's not one project. You see, it's not one project. I do soap, I produce soap, local soap. Snails, some can even call you, oh, I'm starting with 10 number of snails. Yeah, you encourage the person. Yes, it's good. Start. The next time you hear from him, oh, my snails are laying. Some is 500, some is 1,000. Then he's increasing, multiplying. Small, the person will expand it. 2 years, 3 years time, the person will start employing, also get people to also create. So that is how I do and what I'm doing too.
Okay, in line with that, do you have virtual trainings that happen, or do you just do the physical trainings in your locality or within your community?
I do all. I do virtual. I also do physical training. Right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Madam Ruth? Madam Ruth, you have another question?
Yes, I have another question to our brother Ibrahim. How do you charge in training? How do you, when you train, how do you charge in terms of money? Is it per person, per group, and how much? Or what makes you to gauge the payment, if it is there?
Okay. You know, I help all, and I do for all. Hello.
Yes, go right ahead, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yeah, I do all, and I help all, and I also help the needy, right? So I am someone that if you contact me, that maybe you are a group, you want to do training. Some people will contact, let me say, church elders or church executives will contact that. I want to do training for my church members. Then I'll ask the person, what are the trainings that you want to do, the topics of the training? What training that you want to do for the members? Then they'll say, oh, maybe I want to train on mushroom, snail, fish, and let me say local soap making or shower gel or cream or moringa cream making and small projects. Then I said, okay, fine. Then sometimes I'll also ask him, how much will you give me? Because I sustain myself. I'll ask, how much will you give me? The person will say, oh, come and train them. After the training, then we see what to do for you. Do you get it? Then those that it needs to charge to, someone will tell you that, oh, I have a land. I want to start the project. I don't know anything about it. Fine. I will let you sit at your land. I will not let you come to my center again. I will ask you, what do you want to do? Maybe fine. I want to go into snail farming, mushroom farming, and fish farming. Okay, fine. You said you have land. What is the size of your land? Let me say 10 acres. You reply me, let me say 10 acres. Fine, okay. Then one day, I will visit you and see your land. If you can do the project that you are saying. So I will visit you and see, yes. If yes, you can do it, then I will tell you that, okay, you can do mushroom here. You can do snail here. You can do here. And I will do it with you. So for us to finish the first project, you complete all the activities, the learning process. You complete all the practical learning activities and the process. At the same time, if you want handout, then I will give you the handout too. So sometimes that's how I do for my members. I don't have fixed charging price and I don't have actually charging price because I'm an entrepreneur. I do for my own and I do for others. And I want people to become like me and what I'm doing too. You see, so I don't actually base on money, but I will help you to build it. Then after building it, I will see what you do for me at the building of the project or at the next step of the project. So that's how I am. Or what I do with my project, charging and fees.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for such a great opportunity. I believe so many of us, we are very encouraged with that. I see Madam Ruth still has another question or maybe a recommendation to make. Madam Ruth, do you want to proceed? Okay, before she comes through, maybe I can ask my question. In all the activities that you do, how is the local and international market, especially with the mushrooms, with the snail farming, with the fish farming? Do you sell locally or internationally? How is it? How is the market?
In the mushroom farming, locally in Accra, I would say locally in Accra, I can't even supply more. And because of, you see, in the mushroom production, if you don't know how to do it, one mistake, you can spoil all the production. If you do one mistake, you can spoil all the production. So in Accra here, some of them are not much into it. So the demand is high. The demand is high. So for export, for now, I've not worked on export. Currently, market that I have is I have women who will come for them and sell it come for them as in the kilos and package it in our cities that we have here and sell it at the traffic. Some too will come from the food vendors and buy. I have vegetarians too who call, and some too do call. I have pages that I'm involved to. some to do calls, and the snails is the snail that I'm having international market at Nigeria, which he wants me to supply him with the snail meat, the flew, and then the shell, oyster, the snail oyster. Okay.
Wow,
So
that's go on before I make my comments.
and then the fish too. The tilapia is in high market in here, and then the catfish as well. And the catfish, I have markets in Accra here, and 1-2 from Nigeria, which is arranging for the catfish, and then the local food vendors and the restaurants too in Accra that also request for the catfish, and then the tilapia. And then those two who smokes, I have 3 people who also smokes at the pub sites. Those also get it and smoke it and sell. So for the market, I would say I'm not even meeting or as exceeding the demand within the country. But in some sectors, for some sectors, as a snail and then the fish for Nigeria and then Ivory Coast, that I sell the fish to Ivory Coast, and then one vegetarian guy. He is even from Nigeria, and he's living at Ivory Coast. So that's him, and then 1-2 at Nigeria that I supply. And even in Ghana here too, the health centers come for a slime, which is the flu, and then the meat. So the market is high in here. So that's what I have now for the market system.
Wow, that is quite amazing that you don't think of the export because you cannot even satisfy the local market that is already available. So how interested are your people to venture into the same? Because when you say that you cannot meet the local market, how are people taking it all around the community? Are they ready to venture into it? Because this is a great opportunity. It is a ready market. How are they taking it as a community?
Yes, one thing is, if they get it, they will do, right? And you know, setting up the market. If they get it, they get it. Like if they have the capital. Some, if they have the capital, they will do it.
Okay.
And those that who have the capital that don't have much are doing small. Okay. Some and also the training. Do you know something? Basically something. Some to the training that I train. Some also organized by the assemblymen, the DCs, the MPs. So maybe the MP in the community will organize, let me say, 50 members. Come and train them to have the knowledge, have the idea. Maybe the 50 members, only 10 of them or 5 of them that has money to go into it, right? But instead of maybe after the training, the MP or the DC will mobilize something and give it to them. Okay, this is 1,000 cedis for you. This is 1,000 cedis for you. Use to start something. I myself will create M&E and see how you do the project. I want by 1 year, 2 year, 3 year time, I will see the success of the 1,000 cedis that I'm giving you. But they are not doing that. After the training, that is all. So you see, it will be only those who have the money that can start something. But those that don't have are plenty than those that have. Right. So that's from those people that have trained and then works too.
How how is the availability of financial resources in your country? Because you say after going through the training, many of them cannot access the capital to do a startup. How available are finances? That is funding within your country, or how accessible is it? And is it something you can maybe help even as you do the training, just help them access these funds? What are you doing about that?
Yeah, sometimes you see, sometimes you give them, after the training, you give them government opportunities, pitch this, write this, write this. Sometimes you write, but you not get. That's the problem. You see, the person want to do it, is eager to do. He will write for, but will not get the request. Sometimes from the government sectors, but sometimes from the NGOs and from the helping hands. If you write to them, sometimes they quickly answer and you get. If you get answer and respond like that, you can start something. But if you write it to the government sector that you did not get anything, you see, you can't start. You'll be sitting there watching them. First, you don't have. And sometimes too, one, two that I've learned is our youth, our youth, instead for them to start from somewhere, worked. For me, when I was starting, I worked for myself. I built everything myself. Do you get it? I go to the bush, cut the trees myself, come and build my structure myself, do everything, do the roofing, everything myself when I was starting. But now the youth, they will not do that. They will sit down for you to give them or to tell them that, go here, do this. Unless those who are serious and hard, and they are one. The rest, unless you push them. And somehow they will push and they will not get. And one funny thing too is even the government sectors, they will organize them for the training, right? They will organize them for the training, but after the training, they will just leave them, go and struggle for yourself or survive for yourself. But if they're able to give them something, oh, get this small, you can start small snail farming. And one thing too interested in the mushroom sector is you can start only the cropping to the market. You will not start from production where you composting. You start only cropping. That which is you just build your cropping room, then you go to those that they are doing the bags, then you just go and buy the inoculated bags and come and crop. Then you'll be harvesting, pack to the market. You harvest, pack to the market, harvest, pack to the market. You can do it like that. But sometimes there is no money. Maybe after the training, you need 1,000 Ghana. $1,000 Ghana, 2,000 Ghana.
We are losing you, Mr. Sulemana.
Also, we observe from our trainings too.
Okay, that is so amazing. Yeah, I think we can delve so much into how to assist them in maybe acquiring and accessing funds. Maybe that is a topic of another day, so that we can share ideas and recommendations on that. Yeah, because it is a problem that is widely experienced in Africa.
Yes.
And maybe my final question before I give someone else an opportunity to maybe indulge, I would ask, how is your human resource? How is your manpower? How do you control it? And how much is required to run your project? Yeah, to me, it looks quite expensive. You know? Yeah, so how do you control
if you are a helper, and I also believe in blessings. Do you get it?
Mhm.
I have some people
Yeah.
free. They will tell you, oh, God bless you, God bless you. That keeps us moving and that keeps us working hard. Because I work a lot. If you see the project I'm doing, it's only for one person. No. I also have people that I'm working for, people that also call. I want to do this. I want to start this. I want to do this. We help them all. You see, someone will not give you anything, but still you help the person and make sure that the person will survive. For me, I want like tomorrow you will sit somewhere and say, it's Ibrahim who helped me implement this. It's through Ibrahim that I've implemented this and employing people to also get their daily bread. It's a blessing. So sometimes I also observe that. So I'm not all that too expensive.
Yeah, and to be more specific, how much manpower or how much human labor do you require to run both mushroom farming and snail farming?
It depends on you as a farmer, as a CEO, as a director, what you want to do, the capacity of your land, the capacity of your project. Okay. For example, I have 1 acre or 5 acres. I want to do mushroom farming and snail farming. Okay, now I'm employing 2 guys to work with. That 2 guys, you have to make sure, for example, if they are working from 7 a.m. to 5 a.m., you have to make sure that they are doing all the works together. Let me say you are doing snail farming, you are doing mushroom farming. The access or the activities in the mushroom farming is higher than the snail farming. Do you get it? So now, snail farming, after construction, your snail paddock, after stocking, the only thing is you'll be feeding them. Snail, maybe if you feed them today, 2 days, 3 days time, that you feed them again. And it's watering that too they need. If that 2 days time, you water them. You get it? And as a farmer, even if you feed them plenty and you observe that there's no feed, you can leave not to feed them. So the employment depends on you and your capacity that you are going. Either one employer can do the snail and the mushroom. 2 employers can do the snail and the mushroom, depending on what you are starting.
Okay. Okay, you are into value chain or value addition. Do you own the machines, or do you hire, or do you have a facility where you take your product for the final production? How do you do your value addition? Do you own all these machines, or do you lease?
Not all the machines that are heavy in the production. When it's come to field, like for example, if I want to plow, I'll get in labor, that is men. Then they will do the land clearing for me. After land clearing, then I'll bring in the tractor to plow. If it's in the mushroom production, you see the cook stove that I built. I observed it from one guy from Kenya. I traveled to Kenya when I was a student, and I traveled to Kenya. It was a student program, and I told him, this man, oh, teach me how to build it, because I observed that they do tray lock system, that they always consume firewood when they are setting fire. So when I went there and saw it, I said, I can implement this in my country and also help people to go into it so that they will use less fire when they are sterilizing their mushroom. So I tell him to teach me. He said he will not teach me. I'll just observe it. I came back and build it and even add value to my own and send it to him, take a picture and send it to him. he called me that, where from me? I'm not a human being. Then he observed that I've done it. I said, no, sometimes you just observe things and you just come in or come and you create it. So some things I do it in hand creation. Those that needs people to bring them in, I'll bring them in to come and do as if it's carpenter work, the carpenter will come and do his work and go. If it's the mason work, the mason will come and do his work and go. But I don't employ survey. I don't employ survey. I don't employ planner. I plan my own, I draw my own, I line and peg my own, I survey my own. I do everything. That's why I'm a tropical agriculturalist. And I know in my country here, we are not plenty. So that's why I'm always busy and people are also chasing me like that. So that is all about me.
Okay. I was asking that question because you said you make soaps, you make air fresheners. So I was asking, do you own all these machines for this final product?
Yes, I own them.
As you wind
I own the mini ones. I own the mini ones and I rent the heavy ones.
Okay.
I own the mini ones that hand activities machines. That hand activities machine. By the field machines, I rent them.
Okay. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other person with a question to Mr. Ibrahim? Okay, maybe my request would be if you can do another presentation with a more clearer camera, because I really want to see what you're doing. It is quite catchy. It is very interesting. So I would really want to participate and see what exactly you are doing, so that we can set up time for training, if that will be okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Ayodele is here. Bishop Ayodele is here. And I think he has maybe a question or a recommendation. Bishop Ayodele.
Yeah, thank you for that good presentation, Mr. Mohammed. Am I right?
Mr. Ibrahim Suleiman.
Ibrahim Suleiman from Sierra Leone.
Ghana.
Ghana. Oh, sorry, I've mixed it. Now, the presentation you are doing, yeah, it's a very good presentation. Is a very good project, especially the packaging of the smoked fish taken to other neighboring African countries. Actually, that's one of the projects. Catfish, especially the smoking of catfish. That is one of the projects which I think that the UnityNet can initiate across Africa, because catfish is, the smoked fish, which is dry fish, is one of the fish which is recommended to the old people instead of eating beef, instead of eating meat. Catfish is one of the best food anywhere you are above 50 years. That is what's supposed to be produced. Now, beside Africa, I have a woman in Germany. Caught dry fish, smoked fish is very on high demand in Europe. If there is a kind of a market, international trade market, which we can establish either between the UnityNet and Europe. So catfish is on high demand, which is smoked fish, especially in most of the part of the West Africa and also in Europe. So I think it would be good if it can be one of our major initiative projects in the area of agricultural sectors, so that we can.
And I will be also very happy to implement that for the unit.
Yes, thank you. So I'm so much interested in that project. It's a very good project.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
I think Jane is lost. Is Jane lost?
Sure, I think so.
Jane is
Hello?
lost. It's out of net. She's out of network. I
Yes.
think so.
Okay. So I can ask her this question.
Okay.
Ibrahim. If maybe somebody wants to start, I'm from Kenya, Ruth. And if maybe I want to empower my farmers because I deal with farmers, and you are from Ghana, how do we communicate? Is the distance a hindrance? Because maybe the interest in Kenya is very, very high.
Sorry, before Ibrahim will answer that question, I am so happy because you said that you are from Kenya. You see, when you look at the East Africa have not really get used to the smoked dry fish and smoked fish. We only have few people who know about it, and it's something that if we can introduce it to the market in East Africa, it can be really marketable. You see, we have a lot of people that are battling with diabetes, high blood pressure. Instead of consuming meat and some other thing, which dry fish, the catfish can be introduced to them. So it's going to be a good opportunity if she can organize a kind of training for you in Kenya.
Okay, that's lovely. Then can you give us his email so that I can communicate more?
Okay, thank you, Madam Ruth. Fine, you are in Kenya, right? And I also pass this into you. I also pass this through you. That's fine. Don't feel shaky on your project. You feel free. You can also contact me personally whenever you want to implement a project or you want more ideas. Then I'll see how I can present more for you so that we can. And maybe when we start or you start something and it comes to a point that I need to visit, why not? I'll come. I'll visit there and see how things are going for you. So start from somewhere and let's move on. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. My email is in the chat. Get my email in the chat.
Your email is at where?
In the chat.
Okay, but do you get my number? What about my number? Okay, write my number down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Plus
I'm writing.
233.
Right.
Plus
I'm just
233.
come again, please.
Plus 233. 549.
Yes.
55.
55.
37. 53.
53. Thank you. Can I give you mine?
233 plus 233 549 55 3753.
Okay. Can I give you mine?
Okay. When you chat me on WhatsApp, then you give me all the details there.
Thank.
Yeah, my WhatsApp line. So when you chat me there,
you.
then you give me all the
Thank you.
details. Then we share from there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. I need to check. I think we still need to discuss some of these things probably in our what we can do, because there are some people who are not attending Zoom, but they follow chat room. We can bring what we are discussing into the platform and debate, so that we can see the interest of some people, because we have people in different regions. East Africa region, South Africa region, and some other region, which they may also be interested in this kind of a project. It is something we can use to empower the youth, to empower the women in the community, and even for business sustainability.
Yes. 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 Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I think Madam Jane is back.
Very much for continuing with the discussion. Yeah, my phone got frozen. I am so sorry. Yeah, but I think we have come to the conclusion of our meeting today. I hope we have not left anyone behind. We have not closed out anyone with a question, recommendation, suggestion. Wow. So I take this opportunity to just say thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim. We'll be contacting you. The projects you're doing are very interesting. You are such a role model and an encouragement to many, especially in Africa. Yeah, you're very zealous in the work that you're doing. And we want to borrow a leaf from what you're doing. Yeah, I'll slot you in maybe not this coming Monday, the other Monday, the Monday after the coming Monday, so that you can repeat some presentation. We want to see exactly what you are talking to us about. And see
Okay.
how
By
you
then, I will go to Accra and come back.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
By then, I will go to Accra and come back. Yes.
Okay, our audience, thank you very much for coming on board. We have come to the close of our meeting today, and I really appreciate your time. It's invaluable, and you are well appreciated. Thank you for representing UNAD properly. Thank you, Mr. Ayodele, for holding forth in my absence, and thank you for the continuation of the discussion. Yeah, so on behalf of the UNAD presidency, it's a good night, and see you next Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. See you next Monday. Okay, bye. Thank you, everyone. The host can end the meeting.
Goodbye.
We have our host, Adam Gando. Kindly end the meeting for us.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ibrahim. Mr. Gando, Adam Gando, kindly end the Zoom call. You're the host. Unfortunately, I'm not the host.
He's on mute.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. There's an icon at the top of your phone.
Or we can leave individual.
Right side. We can just, yeah, sure we can. Okay, good night, everyone.
Bye.